Welcome to a Bronx Show Tell, a showcase night. My name is Ashley Antonia Lopez, and I'm the founder and the CEO of XX Theater Company. And I'm going to be your host for tonight. Woo! So for those who do not know what is XX Theater Company, I'm about to let you know right now. XX Theater Company is a Bronx-based platform that uses device theater, film, and movement to empower Latina and BIPOC artists, specifically to tell their truth unapologetically. Tonight is going to be a night that we celebrate the real Independence Day, which is Juneteenth. Woo! Yes. Also, please, throughout the night, you're going to see QR codes, and you're going to please scan them so you can follow these amazing poets, fashion designers, models. Also, there are two nonprofit organizations. One is called Grassroots Law Project, and they aim to radically transform the American legal system to stop prisons and police from wrongfully injuring and impersonating and executing people. The second organization is called Black Women's Health Imperative, and they stand for health equality for all Black women and girls. They target the most pressing health issues that affect Black women and girls in the U.S. through investments in evidence-based strategies, both programs and advocacy outreach on health policies. But before we start the show, right now we're going to have 1 minute of silence to everyone who has lost their life due to violence and COVID-19.
Not exactly, kind of what?
Thank you, everybody. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's start the night of celebration. Are you ready? If you're ready, can I hear a yeah? Yes! Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first poet of the night. I don't think you're ready. You know what? I think you are ready. So the first poet to perform is Queen Warrior. She's a spoken word artist, author, actress, and blogger. You can find her book on Amazon by searching Memoirs of a Neglect Child. Here is Queen Warrior.
I am amazing. So amazing that the stars in the sky bow down just to catch a glimpse of my eye. They would travel for galaxies just in hopes that a glimpse of their tail would catch my eye so I could watch. They would travel for galaxies just so that a glimpse of their tail would catch my eye, and that they can trade places with me to watch me shine on high, just as high as I ought to, with as much space and closeness as I ought to, away from any gravitational pull that would pull me down. I am amazing. A miracle on legs. Her Majesty in your presence. A present to the present. I rejected my own brilliance because she was too brilliant to comprehend. I spent too much time dancing in darkness because I didn't know that I was the light. And I am amazing. And it doesn't take much to see. All I have to do is breathe and be loved by me. How you guys doing tonight?
Peace,
Thank you. So as Ashley said, my name is Queen Warrior. You guys can find me on Instagram at queenwarrior.me. I'm very glad and grateful to be here in front of so much royalty, just so much beautiful brown people. You guys look awesome. Thank you so much for being here. This next piece I wrote specifically for today's event. So I hope that you enjoy it and you absorb it and you take it in. I know a secret. Black is divine, and darkness is full of mystery that could be forsaken if you let it. Nah. Let's talk about black stones like onyx and black obsidian that have the power to absorb and protect. Or let's talk about the dark side of the moon, or the darkness in our own hearts that we dare not shed light on. Afraid that it would cause those around us to run for cover with ourselves, leading the pack away from ourselves. How do we heal ourselves when we are taught that everything that is black and dark and dark and black is evil, and to proceed with caution? We are afraid of shadows, demons, and boogeymen underneath the bed, when sometimes they are just a depiction of our unsightly selves. Let us not abuse ourselves or lose ourselves more than we already have. This is ancient black knowledge. As above, so beneath. So sacred to our ancestors that they took stone and turned it into ash to paint on stone walls so that we wouldn't forget. But it was stolen from the black land, as black and as precious as grandmother's great hands. Stolen to keep the minds of God's black children spinning in circles, chasing their tails, afraid of the dark. But when someone tells the perfect lie, the truth is unbelievable. Find the truth. Find the real you, the one that is caught up in the matrix, the one that is lost in the shadows. Own yourself. Even those pieces of you that you wish you did not own. Because those are the parts that need the most love from you. But I digress. Just know that even in darkness, you are blessed. Even in darkness, you are blessed. If you lean into it. Thank you.
In my soul. That was no, truly. Thank you for those words. Thank you. Alrighty. Next. That's gonna bless us. No pun intended in a way. Lyrical Bliss is a black Latinx rapper, poet, singer / songwriter, and event host / curator from the Bronx. She currently hosts a bi-monthly open mic that's called Open Words, or like in Espanol, Palabras Abiertas, at Bronx Music Heritage Center. Bliss is dedicated to using her platform to tell her truth, uplift others, and shine light on social injustices. Here is Lyrical Bliss.
I like that, but we in the boogie down BX, so let me hear that again. Can I get a yeah? Yeah! Thank you. I'm receiving that energy. All right, so my name is Lyrical Bliss. I'm super happy to be here. Thank you, and I'm super happy to be here among all this beautiful melanin and positive energy, so thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. So this piece is called Destined. We came a long way, from cutting sugar cane to lighting incense in the name of our ancestors. Look at my sisters, rocking amethyst and rose quartz crystals. Brothers right there alongside with you. Look at us redefining what God and Christianity means to us, shifting the mold, breaking curses and generational trauma. We came a long way. You see, we the blood diamonds, worth our weight in gold, sold for cotton, sold for profit, but we the prophets knew the meek shall inherit. It was already written, we divine and free, they couldn't cage us forever. Huey, Asada, Tucson knew this. You could cage the body, but not the mind, not the griots and storytellers and mama who did everything to keep their culture in tongues and kitchen. Hair braided starting from the kitchen, going up, maps marked on cornrows, she marks the spot. Y'all know how long I've waited between thick thighs, hot combs, relaxers, peace slapping me to be still. But yeah, my kiki crown unruly. And still, it rises and defies gravity, a reflection between the sky and the clouds each time it looks and fluffs differently, perfectly made for me by God's hand.
Amen.
We're perfectly made for us by God's hand. Melanin popping with beautiful shades of brown, mahogany, ebony, chocolate, caramel, brown, black. My people are brilliant. Endless list of accomplishments. We the creators and trendsetters, often imitated but never replicated. My people are resilient. Countless of odds stacked against us, but we keep thriving and shining, being authentically us in every similar and different way possible. We keep living in rhythm, moving to life's heartbeat until the sun comes up again. My people are light, lighting the path for the generation ahead, leaving our legacy in memory of the ones that were destined to come a long way. Thank you. So this one's called You and I. They say a love like this only exists in movies. I smile every time your face pops up on my phone screen. Your picture perfect and I'm your screen protector. You don't need a poncho whenever we're together. I got you. I lay your tears and fears to rest. Just fill my chest. Don't gotta say more. I digress. We matching socks and matching energy, spiritual synergy, creating symphonies with shades of ebony. You and I, you and I, you and I, it's you and I. You and I, you and I, you and I, it's you and I. It's you and I-T-Y. Yes, I'll be your queen, you'll be my slim and my ride, but with a happy ending, yeah, we gonna take flights. Yeah, we gonna take flight. We go together like peanut butter and jelly. Now F that like garlic hummus with the pita bready. Your palms are sweaty, my arms are like spaghetti. You got me weak and my knees, I ain't begging, but I'm ready. I'll be your stallion, lover, and friend. You the calm after my storm in a house in a pen. And when everything fades, I hope it's us in the end. Yeah, I hope it's us in the end. You and I. Thank you.
If you have any questions, just like contact Lyrical Bliss. Oh, how can you contact her? There are QR codes that you can scan and follow her on Instagram. Just be like, oh, Lyrical Bliss, scan. Yes. All right, next on the stage, David Roberts, aka D Black, is a first-generation American Bronx native who has been acting, writing, and performing performing poetry at a number of venues such as the Apollo, New Rican Poets Cafe, African Burial Grounds, and elsewhere. He began in off-Broadway theater and became a 2018 winner of the Adolco Award for Best Lead Actor in a Dramatic Play. His most recent features has been in Harlem, Blue Bloods, FBI Most Wanted, Daredevil, and the Wu-Tang series, and The Orange is the New Black. His poem, I Apologize Part 1, the rapper interview/video, hit over 10 million views on Facebook and is still counting. He has been part of the off-Broadway sensation Black Angels over Tuskegee. Here is the one and only David Roberts, aka D Black.
One day while in Queens, while walking up the street, I ran into an old associate. His name, Pseudo-conscious, bragging about the job that he just quit. So now I looked at him, vexed, saying, well, now what's next? Cause don't you have like 3 kids? Who really depend on those checks? What are you gonna tell your ex? Cause you don't got skills and nothing else. He sneered. Hey yo, thanks for your concern, but on street corners I earn. When it comes to make paper, it don't matter. Cause with these vows in my hand, I'm looking at an easy grand. I ain't working for no damn slave master. I said, your boss is a slave master? He said, psst, might as well be. He told me when to come to work, when to go on break, and what time I should leave. I said, your boss is a slave master. He said, yeah. He tells me how I should be dressed, how I should behave, and how I should fix my hair. Yeah, but taxes my checks before I get it. Long lunches, he not with it. Probably a devil sent to kill a black man's spirit. Okay, but always telling me to work faster, ease off the liquor. Time is money, be efficient quicker. Learn how to multitask. I told him, kiss my ass, I don't need you. I'ma be my own nigga. So then, I thought, if your boss was a slave master, did he tell you he'd make you work for free and whip you unconscious if you disagreed? We're like, nah, not really. Did your boss tell you that he traded you for clothing and liquor or have you branded so no one else would take you? Well, see, like, he ain't really used all them words. Did your boss tell you that since the firm had a bad quarter, we'll have to sell off your daughter or start charging the employees to take turns raping her? Nah, now you put all these words in my mouth. Did your boss tell you that he dragged you into work with an iron collar and said, forget mass transit, start walking, nigga? Hey, yo, wait a minute. What do you know about hiding from your boss for survival and maiming you with a rifle? What do you know about the side on where you live? You would consider 3/5. What do you know about being lynched for being falsely accused of raping a white woman? Being lynched for whistling, being lynched for entertainment, being lynched for living, being stolen for profit, your life for ducats, money over morals, American ethics. What do you know about being forced to build America, but not being allowed to share it? Not being mentioned, not brought up in conversation, being a victim of castration, losing liberation from the dead conception. Nat Turner's embarrassed, Sojourner weeps in her grave because of you. Angered by our past, gloomy hopes of our future, Forward movement stopped, hindsight never, always saying it, but you never had a slave master, saying code for misinterpreter. You'll be that revolutionary that go and get all the black folks killed. The other reason Radio Raheem got choked, just like Aesop, you don't want to keep your mouth shut. We need to move forward with our past. Not backwards, reliving it. So then, he thought, yo, D, you think you can come with me back to Left Rack? I said, sure. Why? Cause I was thinking about asking for my job back. That sounds cool. D Black family. For those of y'all that are still on YouTube, my brother definitely needs some more subscribers. Please hit me up on DBLK504. Once again, that's DBLK504. You can also reach out to me on Instagram, same name, DBLK504. For those of y'all that only want to see my acting stuff, you can also look up IMD Roberts on Instagram. Once again, it's IMD Roberts on Instagram. Love y'all. Home safe.
Okay, he's what acting is. He's a representation. I know you saw that watch.
Yeah,
You saw that watch.
I saw about that.
That's what it means to act.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
And it was intentional. So, great job. I see you.
Appreciate you.
Yes, that's why he has his resume that way, because he deserves it. Alrighty. Next, she's an entrepreneur, spoke word artist, motivational speaker, and a mental health advocate from the South Bronx. She's the author of the Ghetto Youth Handbook, a mental health survival guide dedicated to trauma survivors and NYC natives. Here is Dadienne from the Bronx.
Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for being here. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a poem from my book. It's called The Ghetto Youth Handbook, and the poem is called Ghetto Youth. I wrote it in 2018 when Junior Feliz Guzman was murdered. Actually, not too far from here. And if you don't know who he is, he's a 15-year-old boy who was murdered for mistaken identity 13 minutes from here, 13 minutes walking. And I was in South Africa at the time. I've been to 18 countries, 5 continents, and I'm all about breaking stereotypes. I'm all about pushing the standards of what they think we can accomplish. And this poem is a eulogy to him and to lots of people from my neighborhood who have died, people in my life, and even to just the old me. So, thank you for listening. They tell us to hold on. Keep praying and change will come, but ghetto youth don't pray, we fight. Violence is a language of its own. The ghetto is its own world, stitched into a recycled tapestry. A playground and battlefield dressed in needles, blunts, pissy elevators, broken dreams, and dead bodies. Our bodies still currency. Our bodies still in bondage, cages, coffins, pavements, subway platforms, and outside of bodegas. We are not as promising as the stock market, but still overstocked like cattle in prison cells. The American dream or the American nightmare. My eyes were made in the Bronx, but they don't limit my perception. I'm the rose that grew from concrete. I'm from ground zero where black and brown bodies still get auctioned like fine jewelry. Ghetto youth will break your heart and your face. Unapologetic with every poisonous word, we spit swag on 100. These streets be our runway and prison yard. I'm from summers cooled off by the fire hydrant and winter spent getting dressed for school in front of the oven. I'm from broken down kitchens with leaking roofs. I'm from welfare lines and sidewalk memorials in a hood near you. This is that Bronx state of mind, that New York nationality, the miseducation of a dope baby, daughter of a junkie, but the perfect matrimony of woke and classy, so that makes me dope in every sense of the word, ghetto girl. I'm from a caged neighborhood, ushered by government policies. I've been cast into a community that knows pain, anger, and loss like children should know laughter. Struggling to survive the killing fields we call the trenches, but who built these streets? Who cooked the crack cocaine? Who sold and brought in the pellets of death that find their way into the bodies of innocent young dreamers when we don't have passports? When the idea of leaving the hood is a foreign language? If I showed you a portrait of my life, what would you make of it? Would you deem it as equally beautiful as the abstract lines of blues and reds that sell for $500,000 at the Museum of Modern Art? Some of us make it out of here, but the game is always played with faded dice. So forgetting is what we do best. And even in our victories, we are still made to feel smaller than the rest. Every kid from the ghetto has a little bit of gangsta in them, but even being tough is not enough for a one-way ticket out the struggle. No matter where I go, home is still the concrete jungle. My eyes are made in the hood, but they don't limit my perception. The ghetto is its own colorful world, stitched into a recycled tapestry. Now that's art. How we always manage to make something out of nothing. They tell us to hold on, keep praying and change will come, but ghetto youth don't pray, we fight. They tell us we should smile more, but roses don't smile, they die. So I'm done smiling, done crying, because the government gonna keep lying while we fall asleep to police sirens, because it's our right to remain silent in the face of injustice. Democracy where, I swear, I ain't never been more disgusted.
Peace.
Thank you all. One more poem. Thank you all. And this next one is also from my book. It's called Thinking Out Loud. And, I just think about how much these poems don't really change. We write these poems because of the pain and our way of coping. But I want to encourage you all to not become jaded. There is change coming. We are that change. We are that freedom. We will liberate ourselves from the hypocrisy. We are free. We're born free. That is our birthright. So this next poem is called Thinking Out Loud. And I hope you like it. This world has got me restless. Let me take a moment to confess this real shit real quick. Our country is horribly problematic. A poorly televised comedy. Bullet wounds in our hearts, but somehow we keep breathing and coping in a world where even an HD camera can't even capture injustice. Who else is disgusted? Say I. Say I miss the days when we used to play red light, green light. And freeze tag with no bases, just smiling faces, and yelled random names out of windows for fun. But now little black boys can get shot for holding a toy gun. No wonder why we are weak. No wonder why we raise our hands before we can speak. No wonder why a black man dies every other week. Why her skin isn't closer to snow. Why she's ostracized everywhere she goes. Black girl, wet back, step back. You don't belong here. You're evil. You're feeble. Haven't you noticed? We've never been equal. The odds have never been in our favor. Haven't you noticed that our oppression is like a song on replay? I know you hear it, but are you listening to the lyrics?
Come on.
Thank you, guys.
You guys better buy her books. You better support. Alrighty. This is the last for the poets. It's not for the whole show. We still got a little bit more. But based on the poets, here is Aisha Reese and King David. Black man,
Hey, black woman.
It's getting crazy, isn't it?
Crazy even the word?
Faith is being tested,
Courage is being tried.
and these times are really showing us.
Who we are inside.
Listen, COVID-19 felt like a curse.
A brother got backhanded at the Oscars.
Divisive bills are being passed.
We riding the trains afraid of being slashed.
A whole safety and a nation proclaimed that their safety sustained.
Our people ignored and made to remain.
Listen, report after report,
And day after day,
and we don't even know.
just how much we strayed.
And we can't even remember.
The last time we prayed.
Let's change that. Let's refocus our minds
Let the healings begin.
with help from above.
And love from within.
Listen, the world is crazy, but we have love.
And we come together like a hand to a glove.
When we stand united,
We
we can do anything. With love at the center, we are undefeated.
With your hand in mine?
It's just what we needed.
So yeah, things look dark. But I have no fear.
With you by my side, everything becomes clear.
Hearts ablaze,
Unified and conquering.
I love you, Black Queen.
I love you, the Black King.
Oh my God.
Now ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me.
Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly.
You love me, it's specially different every time you keep me on my feet, happily excited by you love me. Do 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 if I ruled the world.
Imagine that.
Yeah. I free all my sons, cause I love them, baby. Black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I ruled the world,
Just living for today in these last days
and
of
then
time.
we'll walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. We'll walk right up to the sun, we won't land. Yeah, we said we walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. We'll walk right up to the sun, we won't land. Yeah, if I ruled the world. Woo!
I guess now we tell you where you can follow us. I'm David. What?
QR codes.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. If you look at them QR codes. But shoot. If you don't know how to use one, real quick, IG, you can find me. I love King David. That's the whole thing.
And you can find me at Aisha Reese. That's A-E-I like the vowels, Shaw, S-H-A, Reese like the candy, R-E-E-S-E.
My king.
Thank you for blessing us. That's a representation of Black love. I heard you guys getting kids already. All right, so now we're gonna have a 5-minute intermission.
Sounds. This is my first fashion show. All right. I want to welcome everybody for sharing. Thank you for sharing this experience with me. What you're about to see is something that has never been done before. I see my art as a sense of compassion, being open. It also has a psychedelic feel to it as well. I don't do mushrooms, I smoke my herbs, so that's where I get my motivation and my ideas from. So actually it's a form of interior design as well. So with that being said, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want y'all to enjoy this show, and y'all about to be surprised. I have to kick the music.
like a magic woman, she's trying to make a devil out of me. Turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Yes, don't turn your back on me, baby. Stop messing around with your tricks. Don't turn your back on me, baby. You just might be on my magic sticks.
Nice.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Stag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer War Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nub. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the weather at 8:32 on Report from 29th District. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on the rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion of still life of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper.
Tour de force, unconventional fashion house, Show Tell. Exhibiting our collection, Man Units. Contendingly portraying the power of freedom for our African roots and culture. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Man Units.
All right now, we see you. Yes.
Thank you everybody for coming. Greatly appreciate it. That's the show.
Just let